We learned that the Daniel 7 prophecy of the four great beasts predicted four successive empires: Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, and Rome. If you want to learn more about the four beasts, click on the link on the upper right side of the screen at the end of this video. This video will focus on 5 points that help identify who the little horn of Daniel 7 is. Point 1. What is the dreadful fourth beast? The dreadful fourth beast was the Roman Empire. Daniel 7:7 reads, "After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, exceedingly strong. It had huge iron teeth. It was devouring, breaking in pieces, and trampling the residue with its feet. It was different from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns." Daniel 7:7 is the explanation given to Daniel by the angel. Those great beasts which are four kings which arise out of the earth. The beasts are not literal beasts. They represent 4 kings. The image of Daniel chapter 2 is the key to understanding Daniel 7. Daniel 2:38 tells us that King Nebuchadnezzar was the first king, and Babylon was the first of the 4 successive empires. The fourth empire was the Roman Empire. It is described as dreadful and terrible, exceedingly strong. The Roman Empire ruled for over 600 years. The cruelty is legendary. The religious persecution of the early Christians by Emperor Nero, who threw them to the lions, burned them as luminaries, or fed them to the dogs, was brutal. Point 2. What do the 10 horns represent? In Bible prophecy, horns represent kings, kingdoms, or political powers. Daniel 7:24 reads, "The 10 horns are 10 kings, who shall arise from this kingdom." The image of Daniel 2 shows us that the legs of iron, which symbolized Rome, were succeeded by the feet made of iron and clay. Feet have 5 toes each for a total of 10 toes. The feet and the toes symbolize the divided Roman Empire, which broke up into 10 nations over several centuries as Rome was invaded by barbaric tribes. The 10 horns of Daniel 7 also symbolize this same time period. Point 3. What does the little horn represent? Why does it have eyes and a mouth? The vision of Daniel 7 gives us new information that was not presented to us in Daniel chapter 2. It introduces us to the little horn power. In a future video, I will show you from the Bible that this new little horn power is the Antichrist. But for now, let us figure out when this little horn arose. Daniel 7:8 reads, "I was considering the horns, and there was another horn, a little one, coming up among them, before whom 3 of the first horns were plucked out by the roots." The Bible passage tells us that this little horn uprooted 3 kingdoms. We know from history that the Heruli, Ostrogoths, and Vandals were destroyed by the papal state because they did not accept certain papal mandates. This gives us a definite time frame for the rise of the little horn power. The little horn arises after the division of the Roman Empire, but before the destruction of the 3 horns. Rome was divided into 10 nations after 476 AD, and the Heruli, Ostrogoths, and Vandals were destroyed by the year 538 AD. In 538, Vigilus, the bishop of Rome, ascended the papal throne under the protection of the Roman general Belisarius. Thus, 538 AD is the date for the establishment of papal Rome as an independent power. Point 4. What is meant by pompous words? Daniel 7:8 reads, "I was considering the horns, and there was another horn, a little one, and in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking pompous words." Daniel 7:25 tells us that these words will be spoken against the Most High. Who is the Most High? The Most High is an Aramaic word which means the Supreme or Most High. This is clearly referring to God. To summarize, this little horn power will be a political power that speaks great things against God. Point 5. What other details about the little horn does the angel give to Daniel? Let's read these further details in Daniel 7:25. "He shall speak pompous words against the Most High, shall persecute the saints of the Most High, and shall intend to change times and laws. Then the saints shall be given into his hand for a time and times and half a time." What times and laws were changed? How were the saints given into his hand? How long is a time, and times, and half a time? We will study these further details in my next video. Until next time, God bless you. Like, share, and subscribe to learn more.